back to another edition of Cake Tap Reviews. Today on tap we have Sierra Nevada Southern Hemisphere Harvest Ale. This has an interesting story. What they try to do here is pick fresh hops and brew them as quick as possible. In this case, what they're doing is brewing using New Zealand hops. So what they're doing is having them picked or harvested and shipped over to California, and they actually brew with the hops within that first week of them being harvested. So it's very fresh in terms of the hops that went into that. Hopefully that translates into a very fresh tasting beer. I do have to say though that this bottle was bottled on April 16th of 2012, so we're looking about 5 months old now. Hopefully the flavor profile still stand up and it still offers us a good beer. This clocks in at 6.7 ABV. And which is not as sweet as, which is not as high in alcohol as the last beer, the Union Jack that I had, but it's still, it's higher than, a session beer, which is more in the 5%, but hopefully this still translates into bold flavors, and a nice sweetness that offsets that bitter characteristic that you get in hops. So I'm ready to get this open here and see what it has for us. So let's get this cracked open and give you the smell, the taste, and give you an overall verdict on the beer. It pours a dark amber color with about a finger's worth of head. There is a lot of carbonation coming off the bottom of this glass here. Overall, this is a good-looking, solid-looking West Coast IPA. But it's not. It's a New Zealand IPA. So let's go ahead and get this to the nose and see what it has in terms of smell. Okay, so we have the beer poured here. Let's put it up to our nose and see what we come up with. Okay, so what you get right off the bat is a very malt. That's all. I smell a lot of malts. I smell like a caramel sweetness to it, which I'm looking forward to because again I love the sweetness in my beers and my IPAs. You get like a citrusy characteristic to it. Little spicy, but yeah, I'm getting mostly that hop. That malt backbone, some sweetness, citrusy, and spicy at the same time. That's what I'm getting on the nose. Alright, so let's give it a taste and see what it has for us. Cheers. It tastes very similar to what it smells like. So, it's very malty, spicy, hoppy beer. It has some citrus tones to it, but I would say this is more of a malty, spicy, hopped with a citrus undernote, very dry finish. But what I would say as well, this is a very refreshing beer. This is a very good IPA, a solid IPA, and it didn't really shock me in terms of the flavor profile from those hops. I thought it was going to be totally blown away and tasting something I never had before, but this tastes very similar to like a West Coast IPA, except a little more mild, which is a good thing for me. So overall, what would I give this beer? Right, this is a really good IPA, and it's, for me, the selling point is the 6.7% ABV because it has great flavor. Nothing out of the ordinary, but it does have good flavor. But it still rings low in that 6.7% ABV, which is a good thing for me because when I drink, I don't always want to get drunk after 1 or 2 beers. This is 6.7. I'm not getting drunk after this bomber. Maybe after the second bomber, I'll start feeling a little different. But this gives me the flavor that I'm looking for in an IPA, but it's lower on the ABV scale. So that for me is a win-win. I'm going to go ahead and give this beer an A. Again, just to recap, this is a great malty IPA with a hoppy, spicy, slightly citrusy undertone with a great mouthfeel, and it's very refreshing. So, if you could find it, now because it's so late in the year, this was released back again, like I said, in April. If you can find it, enjoy. If not, cheers.